some, we can find the ways to do it for more. Alright, I go beyond statistics. I am not numbers on a chart. I am a divine, magnificent expression of life. And so are you. We're not numbers on a chart. That's just somebody doing a projection. I go beyond my parents' limitations.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I will show you what life in Florence is during the summertime, because summers in Florence are beautiful, intense and often very hot, and especially from June to August the average daytime temperature that ranges from 30 to 37 degrees Celsius. And I remember we reached 41 some days, and that was quite a challenge. In those nights I did not have air conditioning in my place, so that was quite difficult to get a good night's sleep. And also because my flooring was wood, and so if you have marble, which is often in Italian houses, often it's marble or just tiles. It's also really good to clean, but also in summer it's really, it cools off. But yeah, in those days I slept on my bathroom floor because those were tiles, and it was the only way for me to sleep, because when you're Dutch and not used to humidity, it's quite a challenge. But there are some really beautiful things about summer in Florence, and I think one of the things is those slow nights, where you go for aperitivo and you go for gelato in the evening and a little stroll. I learned through my time in Florence that you really need to adjust to the temperature. So that means waking up early, do your morning walk when the sun is not that strong. And I used to meal prep in the morning, so yeah, that really helped me quite a bit. And then if you're working from home, which a lot of people do nowadays, you don't want to leave the house from 12 till 4 or 5 even. And in that time you just stay at home, you do work, you stay hydrated, and then when you go outside, hopefully it's a little bit less intense. I also remembered biking in this time was a blessing, because you create some wind and you don't need to be in stuffed buses that people are sweating and smelly, and yeah, that gave me some freedom. What I also liked about the summers in Florence is, especially where I was living, I lived in a residential area, and I loved to people watch their gardens, what they were serving for food. It really made me feel like I was part of a community, and that was really special. Yeah, I really enjoyed those time well spent on the balcony, having my morning coffee or my merenda, or just chilling. And yeah, I think also in Florence you need to make day trips I think everywhere in Italy, but especially during summer, you don't want just to be stuck in the city. And it's quite easy to catch a train, even a bus to go to Fiesole when it's much better in the summertime, and spend some time there. There's also swimming pools. Also, they were doing free yoga lessons in the park, which was really nice. And the sunsets, they are magnificent in Florence. Even that's what I remembered. Even though it was super hot, I always made my mocha in the morning. And then in that moment I was like, I'm maybe becoming quite Italian. What I also loved about living in Florence is a lot of people, they went to this place. I think it's called the little beach of Florence, and what they basically created was this fake little beach with sand, and they made these places that you can sit, and people would go there and picnic. Doing volleyball, playing some music, tan, paint, everything. July and August are the hottest months, and those nights they stay quite warm and sticky and not easy to sleep. But no country is perfect and no city or place is perfect, and I think for just 2 months in the whole year you have to suffer a little bit. But also you can make it work. You just need to adjust, and then you have to surrender to the heat and also enjoy all the other things that the city is offering. That whole slow living started right here, and you were also like forced, more or less, but in a very gentle way, to really make the most out of summer, I think. And it was quite fun. What I also liked was that I found in random streets and even in nature, finding people that were painting just out in the open. And many times you also see a lot of art students. They sit in groups, they have these they make these sketches, but also a lot of people that paint, and not just aquarelle but also acrylic. They have their whole they make the whole station and for themselves, which is pretty endearing, and it was really fun to look at. Yeah, and that time I was preparing for another move, because I was going to move to Rome, and I lived in many places, and so I think I can safely say that I'm quite advanced in moving my stuff and organize myself, and it's not really what I want for myself anymore, because to move a few times a year, that's not good for your mental health or your physical health, I would say. I reached that point where I want to have my own base and not move for quite some time, because as much as I can make it work, I choose not to anymore. That was a part of my life and I enjoyed it, but now it's time for something new. Yeah, one of my friends, she invited me to go to this event. I don't really remember exactly what it was. I think it was some kind of light show. They project lights on the Ponte Vecchio, and also I think during Christmas or New Year's, I don't remember especially when, but they have some nights, I think also museum nights and stuff. They do a lot of these shows, and it was quite fun to be invited and to really see the local life, because that's what you want when you are living somewhere abroad, when you're an immigrant and you want to be part of life there. Just don't want to stay that outsider for too long. I mean, you'll always be not Italian, but still you can really become part of this community. And if you learn the language, if you just immerse yourself into this culture and surround yourself with Italian friends, and that could really make it special. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'm sorry for the little delay, but I was quite busy. I really enjoy making these videos. It's my new favorite hobby. I really like the process of picking the music, organizing the clips, and making it all cohesive. So I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, alla prossima. Ciao!